this video, I've put together a set of ankle mobility exercises with lots of progressions, lots of variations for all levels that you can use to improve your ankle dorsiflexion. So for this exercise, I'm going to show you a stretch for your ankles. We're going to need a weight, and what we're going to do is we're just going to go into ankle dorsiflexion. Make sure the heel's down on the ground. Dorsiflexion is when your knee comes forward. You're trying to get your knee over your toes. We're going to load it up with something heavy. So you can use a kettlebell, you can use a weight plate, or you can use a dumbbell. You're just going to place it on the knee. Make sure that you're not placing it like too far down the leg, because you want the weight on the knee so that you're getting a lot of weight over the toes and really getting a good stretch on the back of the calf. You're just going to push down into that until you feel that stretch. You don't want to feel any pinching or pain here. If you feel anything, just take the weight away and don't push down on that. But if you're comfortable and you're just feeling a stretch, try to get as much weight behind it as you can. You can really load this up. This is the beauty of this stretch. Once we're in this position, don't just hold it. We're going to actually contract the muscles on the front of the leg. So when I'm in this position here, rather than relaxing, I'm thinking about trying to close this gap off further. So I'm thinking about pulling my toes up towards my kneecaps. When I'm doing that, I'm contracting the tibialis anterior, this muscle here in the front of the calf. I'm contracting as much as I can, and I can feel these muscles cramping up, getting a good contraction on there. We're just going to hold that for about 1 minute. Once you've done a minute, rest and do another set. You're probably going to do about 3 minutes of this. If you haven't got a weight and you're doing this at home, you can do this with a resistance band. So you're just going to find a resistance band, tie it onto something strong. You're just going to get that behind the knee, okay? Get it as far back as you can to create as much tension into the same position. Allow the band to pull you forward. You can get your weight down on that as well. Just make sure again that the heel's staying down on the ground, and we're going to do the exact same thing. Contract the muscles on the front of the leg for a whole minute. So to work your ankle through dorsiflexion and strengthen that position, what you can do is you can do an active stretch. So you're just going to go down into the stretch position, pull yourself into the stretch again using this muscle on the front, really contract, pull yourself in, and then push the toes away and push the knee back. Pull yourself in again as far as you can and push yourself away. So you're pulling and pushing. Actively pull in, actively push out. And you're going to repeat that for 15 reps, and you should begin to feel a burn in the front of the calf. If you want to make that last one a little bit more advanced, you can do it in a squat position. If you have a dorsiflexion to get into a squat, this one works really well. So we're just going to go down into a squat position. You just want your feet like slightly out, not too much, about 15 degrees. From here, we're just going to lean onto one side, again actively pulling the muscles on the front of the calf, pulling those toes up, lean into it, push yourself away, and then onto the other side. Pull yourself in as far as you can, and away. You can use your arms as a counterbalance here. Pull in, and back. And you can feel that burn on the front of the lower leg. That's the burn we're looking for, because we're strengthening ankle dorsiflexion. Again, you can make this one even harder. What you need is either a weight plate, a dumbbell, or a kettlebell, even a resistance band. We're going to go back into that position. We're just going to put a weight on it. Okay, we're just going to work on one side at a time. So rather than alternating, just going to pull ourselves into that and then back out. Pull in and back out. Again, we're just going into dorsiflexion and we're just strengthening the range you have. Push and pull. This exercise is a good prep before squatting. It really gets the hips, it gets the ankles, it gets the toes, stretches the muscles on the front of the leg, engages the core, works your balance. It's a good all-rounder, so it's good for a warm-up. So we're just going to get down into a squat. We're going to walk forward, bringing our knee down towards the ground, and then we're going to shift on to the other leg. Bringing the knee down to the ground as close. Try and keep the toes nice and flat on the floor. Get the knee as close to the ground as you can, but don't let it touch the ground. Push off of the back leg. And you can really feel that working the Achilles, up the back of the calf. You feel it on the knees, on the hips, on the front of the legs.